what the outfit is like for the day. We're looking stunning, beautiful. Ow! This is the Disrespectful Lady. I'm your host, Dr. J. Wagon. This week's show is a recap of last week. The Olympics were in town. It was wonderful to see these beautiful, amazing athletes. We talked a little bit about Simone Biles. We spoke about Michael Phelps. We spoke about a couple of different things. One of the big topics was Ryan Lochte and his little lying scandal. And what we spoke about was that he really needed to own up to what he did and admit that he made a mistake and take accountability. And guess what? That's exactly what he did. He actually came out and said that he over exaggerated the story, and he owned it. And you know what? I want to give him a lot of props and big ups for that, because it takes a big man and a big person to take responsibility and accountability. And we all need to really look at ourselves and stop judging him. He made a mistake. He was drunk, and he exaggerated the story about being held gunpoint. It wasn't the case. It was security guards not wanting them to leave because they had broken a door and they wanted them to pay for the door before they left. So he made it sound like it was something much worse than what it was, and the countries were really upset. And what we're learning now is that both sides, Ryan Lochte and the Brazilian government, are exaggerating the story somewhat, because no one wants to be held accountable for this whole situation and what occurred. And what I want everyone to really look at is he took accountability. He took responsibility for what he did, and he apologized. And we really should be a more forgiving nation. It's really unfortunate though. Ryan lost a lot of his big endorsement. He lost Speedo. About 4 big endorsements have already dropped him. They don't want to condone him and this situation, but let's just remember, he was in a foreign country drinking, having a good time. And I'm not taking his side. I'm not saying he's right, but things happen and nobody's perfect. But what I can respect is that he owned it, and he came out and he said, I exaggerated the story, I apologize. It was just being in a strange country and drinking, hanging out, having a good time. We got to be more forgiving in life. We want to be forgiven when we make a mistake, and we have to also be able to forgive when someone does something wrong, especially when they own it, and especially when they take responsibility and accountability for their action. My God, we need to give Ryan another chance, guys. Please, let's try and give Ryan another chance. I want all his endorsements to come back, because I respect him, and I think what he did was beautiful. He didn't just say, I messed up and it wasn't my fault, but he took accountability, and that says a lot, because nobody's perfect, not even an athlete. So these endorsements, they should really take another good look at themselves, because they're the ones that, they should support this. And I'm really disappointed that they're not. The Disrespectful Lady, I think those endorsers are disrespectful, because they should support Ryan through this. He made a mistake, but he owned it. Support the man. Okay, so back to the Olympics and our recap of last week. Now, we spoke about Usain Bolt, okay? That was the man who's running, the Jamaican amazing runner. He runs the 100 meter, 400 meter. He's won 4 gold medals. But Mr. Bolt lost his mind when he was at the Olympics. After winning 4 Olympic medals, he decided to go out and party. But not with 1, but 2, but 3 young Brazilian young ladies. And you know what's really crazy? He has a woman back home. So, you got the wife back home, and you're the fastest man alive, and the fastest man alive was out there having the best time of his life, knowing that he has a woman back home. This is kind of disrespectful, Mr. Bolt. All right, Mr. Bolt, you need to know that you're going to a country and you're representing the country, and you did great. You are amazing. You're a phenomenal athlete. But you should respect your country and respect the woman that is home, clapping for you, cheering you on, and holding you down. And it was kind of disappointing, Usain Bolt. You know, because I kind of looked at you as this phenomenal athlete that, you know, that would just at least be, I know you're a man, you know, and this is what men do, but you're in a foreign country. You couldn't behave yourself for your woman. Everybody's watching you. The world is watching you. What makes you think that you can have 3 women in one night and no one is going to record this? I mean, we're talking about Brazil. You know, the women are beautiful. The women are gorgeous. But at the end of the day, you know, what you have at home is security. So this poses a question for me. What do we do when your mate steps out? You know, what happens if you've been in a long-term relationship and your mate decides to take a trip, a business trip, and on their business venture, they decide to sample a little bit of something out there? I have 2 mixed feelings about that, and this is part of today's show. Brazilian women are known for a lot of their cosmetic surgeries, a lot of their the fake butt implants, the boob implants, and the fake hairs, the weaves. Then they think that black women are the ones that do more weaves, but really and truly, when you look at it, more white women, more Hispanic women wear weaves than we do all day, every day. Today, I want to really today I want to talk about natural. And that's part of the reason why I have my natural hair out today as well, because today, as part of today's show, we're going to speak about trying to, you know, how can we love ourselves naturally and not fall victim to what is happening in the media and in the world, because a lot of women are now being introduced to this fake butt implants or the injection. We see the bodies of Kim Kardashians, and a lot of young women want to emulate this. They want to look like that. So they're really putting their lives on the line. They're taking trips to Brazil, to Dominican Republic to go get surgeries. We are putting our lives on the line to look like something that isn't even real. And it looks fake, it is fake, and a lot of men really don't appreciate it. I want to take a survey. I would like all you men to really comment. How do you feel about a woman with fake boobs and fake bottoms? Do you prefer that over a natural body? I would like to encourage a lot more of my sisters to be natural. Your natural hair is beautiful. We aren't given an opportunity to enjoy our natural hair. As black girls, as soon as you're old enough, your parents are perming your hair. Because you know why? It's too hard to comb and nobody wants to deal with it. So it's easy to throw a relaxer in there, but it damages the curls and it damages our hair. So as we grow, we think that this straight European look is beautiful, but it really isn't. Our natural, kinky, coarse hair is what's beautiful. That natural, kinky, coarse hair is what I think is beautiful and gorgeous, because it is naturally what is ours. The fake nails that people put on, these are things that, fake eyelashes, the makeup. Don't get me wrong, I understand why the Kim Kardashians of the world do it. They do it because they're on TV and television is exaggerated. So yes, they want big hair and big nails and eyelashes and all the big, and everything is extra because it's television. But for real world and for real women, you're not on TV. Walking around with fake lashes that's ripping off your real lashes, and it really truly doesn't look good. I want to show a picture of these fake lashes because we don't realize the damage that it does to our eyes, and it literally tears off your real lashes, so you don't even have any after a while. And also the fake, you know, the fake boobs, the fake breasts, men can see it. They know it's fake. Take a before and after picture. Do some squats. Naturally build your bottom. Do squats. Do push-ups naturally to build your bust line. It's not an easy fix, but it's natural and it works and it lasts better. Rather than going under the knife and putting yourself at risk. You take a chance for what? Look at Kanye West's mother. She took a chance. She went out there to get surgery, never came back. I know another woman, 3 kids. She had a little bit of fat on her. She went to go get liposuction, died. 8-month-old baby and 2 other children. For what? Women are killing themselves to look beautiful. Iggy Azalea, is another one. She's fake completely. You know what she said the other day? Oh, I would like to see how you women are if you guys have $10 million in your bank account and you wouldn't change one thing about yourself. Iggy, even with $20 million in my bank account, there is no need to put myself under the knife. For what? To impress who? You either like me the way I am or you don't. And it's okay. You don't have to. This is the Disrespectful Lady. Mwah. This is the Disrespectful Lady, and we have a caller on line number 1. Sorry. Usembo. Hey, it's Usembo. Who do you think you really are out there with all these women? Seriously? I gotta go. Caller number 2. Now that's disrespectful. You think Usain Bolt was disrespectful to his woman? Now that is disrespectful. Caller, what? We got caller number 3 on the line. Caller number 3, this is the Disrespectful Lady. What can I do for you? Just the way you are. Now, I'm not saying these things to offend anyone because, like I said, it's television. I don't think anything is wrong with getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting beautiful to go out and party. I don't think anything's wrong with the special occasions, your wedding, your graduations, and any big event that you want to celebrate, that you want to get dolled up for. I think it's a beautiful thing. Once in a while I get dolled up, but for everyday life, there's something wrong with walking around with these fake long nails. People's perception is that it's dirty, and it really is. There's bacteria under there. You guys can tell us all day, oh no, I clean my nails, I scrub my nails. But in science, it's been proven, when you do a swab of these nails, it is nothing but bacteria under there because it's not natural. It's not healthy. Your nails can't breathe. Your nails get weak and they fall off. They're paper thin. You're suffocating yourself. It's like putting a bag over your face. Why would you do that? Why would you allow your enamel to get weak and to fall off? Because you think having these long nails somehow looks better than having short nails. I'm afraid that's not the case. Nails are nails. Color it the color you wish and you're still beautiful. But you know what's crazy? We patronize these people that don't even respect us. Have you ever looked down at the person that's putting these fake nails on your nails? Do you notice that they never have those things on them? So why is it that they're putting it on your fingers? And why don't you stop and ask a question? Why don't you have these nails on? Because they know better. They know how unhealthy it is. But yet and still, they're putting it on yours. Just like the fake butts and the fake breasts. These doctors that are doing it, I've yet to see one walking around with these fake boobs or these fake butts. But you're allowing yourself to become a subject to it. Take a look at yourself and get some therapy if you have to. Naturally, who we are is beautiful. Who we are naturally is what God made, and there's a reason for it. God made it so it is perfection, just the way it is. And even if there are imperfections with us, that is the perfection of imperfection. Because guess what? You can work at it and get it to where you want it to be without paying thousands of dollars and putting your health at risk and going under the knife for surgery. Now, I think that's disrespectful. Choose to live instead of going under the knife. You know what? Choose to work hard instead of the easy way. And I'm not saying it's easy because recovery for these surgeries are ridiculous, but it might take us a year to lose weight. It might take you a year or 2 to get your nails healthy and take vitamins. It might take you a while to get your hair to be thick and healthy and take the biotin and take your vitamins and drink your water. But you can get there if you work at it. Those quick fix diets, as soon as you go ahead, just like you lose the weight, you gain it right back. What do you think happens after surgery? As soon as you get up, if your lifestyle hasn't changed and who you are hasn't changed, all of that will come right back. So who you see is who you're going to continue to see unless you love yourself. I think it's self-love. We need to learn to love ourselves and appreciate who we are. We are perfect the way we are. because God made you like that, and there's a reason you're the way you are, because that's the way you're supposed to be. You know, every time I try to change something or try to do something, it doesn't work out for me. You know what I tell everybody? I leave it up to God to make the decision for me, because He does a better job than I do any day of the week. All the time. He does a better job than us. So if He made me like this, there's a reason for it. I can try and perfect it, but to try and go and change it and alter it, now I'm trying to play like God, because He already made me as perfect as I'm going to be. Now I go and change it, you don't know what you're going to get. This is the Disrespectful Lady. Let's be natural. I love you naturally the way you are. This is the Disrespectful Lady, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy to have you guys here. Thank you. This week on Instagram, if you follow me, my topic was pretty much givers and takers. Last week I spoke about communication, which is talking and listening. And this week it was just about givers and takers. Do you ever really stop and think and look around you to see how you are with the people in your life? Are you a giver or are you a taker? Either way, it's not okay. There has to be a medium and a balance. It's okay to give, but not in excess to the point where you are putting yourself out, compromising your life. And it's not to be the same, to be such a taker that you put somebody else out and compromise somebody else's life. In this life here, there has to be a balance, and there is a medium. It's called give when you must and take when you need. When you need is when you should take, not just because it's in abundance and it's free and oh, somebody offered me water, I'm just gonna take it even though I don't need it. If you're thirsty, take it, because if you don't need it, the next person coming after you may be the one that really needs it, and they can't have it because you took it and you didn't need it. I'm speaking about this because a lot of us have a tendency to be takers. I know girls that get in a car, or we going out tonight, but guess what? They don't even offer you $5 for gas, $10 for toll. Everything costs money. We know that. We're all adults. Be considerate to the people in your life. If they give, let's say they buy lunch for you every day, there's nothing wrong with you buying lunch for them once a week, once a month, to show your gratitude and appreciation. You have someone in your life that's constantly there for you and that supports you. Show your gratitude. Pick up a bag of candy. Pick up a bag of chips. It doesn't have to be anything big. Giving doesn't mean that you got to go get a brand new car and park it outside their place and say, oh, I'm giving you this. No, giving means that you thought of the person and you just give what you can. And believe you me, when you give what you can, it's appreciated and it's enough. What we want is to feel appreciated. What we're all looking for is to feel that, wow, this person really, he didn't take it for granted. He or she really appreciated what I did for them. I gave them a ride home. They offered me gas. I may not even take the gas money, but it's the gesture, it's the offer that counts. Try from this day forth, moving on, try with me. If you take a look at who you are, evaluate yourself, the people in your life. Do you give to those people, or are you constantly one of those people asking for something? Yo man, can I get a ride? Yo man, can I borrow $5? Yo man, I didn't pay my phone bill this month. Yo man, can you help me out and pick up the kids? Yo man, could you, I need to get an outfit. Are you one of those people that's constantly asking, or are you one of those people that are constantly giving? Either way, take a look at yourself, check yourself and see who you are. And if you don't know, all you got to do is ask the people around you. You ask them, tell them to be honest with you. Are you a giver or are you a taker? But you know what's really crazy is if you got to ask somebody, chances are you're a taker. This is the Disrespectful Lady. Give a little. Stop always taking. Give a little. And to all the givers, stop being used. There's a moderation. Giving doesn't mean that you got to go broke to show someone how much you care or how much they mean to you. Giving just means that you give what you can. God sees all. He knows what your heart is good. You don't have to give till you're broke. But you give and you get. It's a give and take. It's a banter. It's like tennis. You go back and forth. Sometimes you take a little more. Sometimes you give a little more. But at the end of the day, somehow, some way, it balances out. The disrespectful lady. Mwah. Well, really, I go on. This week's politics. What we're going to speak about this week. You know, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and, you know, I'm always trying to give you guys a little something when it comes to politics, because I do want us to go out there and vote. It is very important. They're always trying somehow to throw, you know, smoke screens in our face. Now, I don't know if you read in the Sunday paper, Donald Trump is saying he's going to lose big. Oh, he plans on going down in records, something spectacular. But this is all, again, something to just prevent us all from getting up to go and vote. Because you're going to say, oh, Donald knows he's going to lose, so why am I going to go vote? I don't have to go vote because he's going to lose anyway, so I don't have to go vote. No, we have to go vote. And we have to bring everyone with us. We need about 10 people every time you go out there to the polls, because this election is not a joke. This election is very serious, and we need to take it really serious. This week in the news, again, if you saw his recent interest in getting black voters, I don't know if you saw the comment that he made. It was really crazy. He says, you're living, as for black people, you're living in poverty, is what he says. Your schools are no good. He says you have no jobs. And he also tells us that 58% of our youth are unemployed. He says, what the hell do you have to lose? We might as well vote for him. Now that's crazy to me, because you know what? That's how he really feels about black people. That, in a nutshell, is how he feels about us. For him to say that, his numbers are wrong, and they compile this number to just make it look good, because it is not 58% of our black youth that are unemployed. They grouped up high school students and college students who are not even in the workforce looking for a job to bump up the numbers to make it look better. The numbers are actually staggering 9% to our counter white partners, which is 8%. We're not that far off. But to make us look so bad, he bumped the number up to 58%. Why? So that we can feel bad about ourselves. This is what Donald Trump thinks of black people. And it is really unfortunate and sad. He doesn't care for us. This is the reality. And that is why we have to go out there and vote for Hillary. I'm not saying she's any better. She's also out there looking for her black votes. I saw her with Magic Johnson posting for photo ops. I saw her with, you know, you're seeing her now because she's looking for her votes. But at the end of the day, she's the better of the two evils, the lesser of the two evils. We have to choose one. Please go out and vote, because if we don't, then expect what we're gonna get. It's the same thing. Oh, more black people on welfare. No, it's actually more white people that are on welfare than black people. More white people are on Medicaid than black people. More white women wear weaves than black women. But again, we don't ever look at what they do. We're only focusing on black people and black women and down in us. And it's really unfortunate. This is what this man thinks about us. He has no respect for us. And it's really sad. Donald Trump, if you think as a black woman, those comments made me feel like a valuable American, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. You are sadly mistaken, sir, because that did not make me feel good. As a professional black woman who has contributed to this society, you have demeaned my race, and I did not appreciate that. Those comments were beyond offensive, and we all should be offended enough that we get up, get out, and vote. I loved what Puffy did for 2012 election, because you know what? He was like, vote or die. This is what we facing with right now. Vote or die. Do y'all know that Trump's daughter is in Russia right now on a vacation with Putin's daughter? You know why? Because this is what it is. There's that Russian connection. They want to take over America, and they're going to only be able to do it through Donald Trump. And you know what? We're giving them free access to do so. This is disrespectful. The way he speaks about black people, immigrants, and everyone is disrespectful. Mr. Donald Trump, you are disrespectful, sir. If you have to comment, feel free. If you'd like to come on this show, feel free. I'd love to have you so we can talk, because you need to get your facts straight when you're speaking about black people. We are beautiful. We are intelligent. And you know what? We are not the highest recipients of Medicaid. Like I said, white folks are. And no one ever speaks about that. The Medicaid card, white folks are, but no one speaks about it. All you guys ever comment about is, oh, black people are on welfare and got no jobs, your schools are no good. Why is that? You're the whites running this country, so that's how you treat us. This is the Disrespectful Lady. I'm your host, Dr. J. Why go on? Thank you for joining us. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. The Disrespectful Lady. Mwah.